Today is our final trip. We landed in Galveston yesterday, Galveston, Texas, which is one of the many capitals of the Republic of Texas. We'll be hitting a few of their capitals today. I didn't have the patience to look within the in-game map to find all of the many capitals they had. Some of them were interim, some of them were only for a few couple of days. But I did get a lot of information. So I'm gonna set you guys over here as I prep the plane. Hope that's good for you guys. A good angle. But I was in here when you guys came in because I was looking around at stuff. So let's pull up our checklist. I'm at ramp GA parking 18. Or I mean 19. I don't think it's where we stopped yesterday, but it's pretty close. So I'm gonna go through our checklists. Now, these checklists are not complete as I'm figuring out because I've gone through the checklist off stream and we've never had to turn our lights on or anything. But once I get the battery on, I will get the lights on that I need to turn on. If I can find the cursor again. Okay, bottom right corner. Stupid cursor, I'm always losing. Okay, so let's hit evaluate.
Parking brake. Set. Right fuel quantity indicators. Check. Left fuel quantity indicators. Check. Fuel selector. 20 gallons. Reserve. Flaps. Up. Landing gear. Down. Carburetor heat. Cold in. Alternator. On. Battery master switch. Off. All remaining electrical equipment. Off. Attitude indicator. Uncaged.
Alright, that's that list done. Next list. Starting procedures.
Control stick. Full aft. Propeller area.
Clear.
Clear. Throttle. Open half an inch.
You're supposed to yell clear before you start.
Mixture.
We weren't starting though.
Prop RPM lever. Min RPM. Battery switch.
Okay.
On. Alternator. On. Magnetos.
We don't want the magnetos just yet. Okay, so we want... what do we want on right now? We want our nav lights on. Uh-oh, come on. Okay, one nav light. On. Okay, any other light switches here? No. Okay. I'm just making sure. No, I can't zoom in. Okay, landing lights on. There's no taxi lights. Beacon light on. Pitot heat we don't need. Okay, I think we've got... Radio is on. Let's listen to our weather.
Kilo Golf Lima Sierra automated weather observation 1500 Zulu. Wind 158 at 14. Visibility 10 and heavy rain. Sky condition ceiling 1,800 feet broken. Temperature 27 Celsius. 2.10 Celsius. Altimeter 2988.
Okay.
Kilo Golf Lima Sierra automated weather observation 1500 Zulu.
Ground services.
158 at 14.
I need ground services. We need fuel.
Ground Matty 8178 tree. Could you please send a fuel truck?
Matty 8178 tree. A fuel truck is on the road.
Alright, so... no telling how long it will take for fuel to get here. And... to get some stuff off the screen, let's minimize these, but I need to leave them open. And... we need to be fueled up. 42 gallons is not going to get us to our destination in San Antonio today. And, I will be reading off the stuff here in a second. I'm probably blinding this dude, but hey, we don't have taxi lights. All we have is, nav lights and landing lights. So... and the beacon light. Did I turn the beacon light on? Yes, I did. Okay. Now, I've never actually done a refuel, so I don't know. So it just pops up the window. Okay, I could have automatically done this. Full fuel. We'll close this. Open this back up. And,
Ground Matty 8178 tree.
we're done with fuel truck.
Services.
And the fuel trucks drove away. Okay. Now let's get this menu popped open again. And let's finish what we were doing.
Both.
Okay.
Prime. As required. Manual fuel pump. As required. Starter. On. Throttle.
Okay, I think the throttle is revving up RPMs. Yeah, it's going up.
Between 500 and 600 RPM.
I know you guys can't
Oil
clearly
pressure.
see that.
Check.
Alright, so now let's get to our warm-up list.
Prop RPM lever. Max RPM. Throttle.
I usually go
Between
through
1200
the
and 1400 RPM.
our flight stuff and all
Fuel
that,
selector.
and I will here in a second.
55.2 gallons. Right.
Alright, once I get our taxi directions here, let's go to clearance, and I'm not sure what we're gonna do, so let's give it to our co-pilot to handle your aircraft. Alright, so I did all that. Don't know what the AI will be doing here in a minute, but now I can read off the board.
Ground Matty 8178 tree, request taxi to the active departure to the south.
Matty 8178 tree, taxi to and hold short of runway 14 using taxiway. Bravo Alpha cross runway 36 Alpha. Contact tower on 120.575 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 14 using taxiway Bravo Alpha, cross runway tree, 6 Alpha Matty 8178 tree.
Alright, so as he taxis, I will be doing the takeoff. But before we take off, I need to get through this checklist. So, we are leaving from Kilo Golf Lima Sierra, known as Shoals International at Galveston. Again, we were at ramp parking 19. This flight will take us 2 hours and 14 minutes, and it's 261 nautical miles. Oh, never mind, that's Dutch for something else. We will be arriving at Kilo Sierra Alpha Tango, which is San Antone International, as my controller vibration is making the controller fall off my lap. Okay, so we have some points of interest that I picked. We are going to fly over Johnson Space Center, Sanito Monument. I'm not sure how to say that second word. It's Jacinto. And the San Antone missions. I kept in two radials for our VOR flight. It is another cloudy day, so it might not be a good day to pick up stuff, but we'll be going to Echo Lima Alpha and Oscar Hotel Kilo are our radials. Now, our flyovers / waypoints that I manually picked. We have Kilo India Alpha Hotel, known as George Bush International Houston. And we have Kilo Alpha Uniform Sierra, known as Boston Bergstorm International. Those were the two airports I kept in. There was plenty that were flying over, but not directly. I did not write them down. Now, the rest of the information on the board, I will read in a little bit. Alright, we're about to cross the runway. Or a runway, and golly, everything's just falling down, people. Sorry, now you guys are seeing the floor, but yeah, I'm losing track of stuff. Markers falling down, controller sliding on my lap, the board. Okay, I don't know what my battery power is at, but now I'd rather keep you plugged in. I'm gonna put you back over here. Oh. I just realized something I forgot to do earlier. I better turn this fan on. Because if I don't turn the fan on, we might get a system crash. Now.
Tower Matty 8178 tree, ready at runway 14 south departure.
Matty 8178 tree, runway 14.
Hi, aircraft.
Departure to the south of road. Cleared for takeoff runway 14.
Moving
Alright, parking brake is off. We want flaps down. Alright. Well, flaps up right now. Let's... Whoa. Okay, parking brake on. Not quite lined up, but we're good enough. Alright. Let me pull up this other checklist now. Before takeoff.
Brakes.
Let's check our brakes.
Flight controls.
Check our controls. Right, left, down, up,
Free and correct.
left, right, rudder.
Altimeter setting. Check. Fuel selector. 35.5 gallons. Left. Mixture. Bridge. Flaps. Up. Elevator trim. 2 degrees up.
Okay. Now we'll move to our normal takeoff checklist.
Throttle.
Full throttle.
Full. Trims. As required. Take off.
It says takeoff. What do we gotta do with it? Takeoff is 80, we need 80 miles an hour. Alright. Now, I probably will not pull up this list again for post takeoff. Alright, we want flaps down. Full throttle. Release the brakes. As I line us up a little more center. Ooh. And this aircraft pretty much takes off on its own. Okay, we already got the tail wheel up. Wheels up. Off the tarmac. A little bit of back stick. Gear up.
Tower 9817 entry continue for south departure.
Let's start turning to the right. Flaps up. Co-pilot, your aircraft. Alright, folks. We are off. Although I made a right bank and he's gonna make a left bank. Okay. Maybe I left a radial in, I didn't remember. But we were supposed to go south. But okay. And this is the Gulf today. With the sun peeking through the clouds. Now, there's lots of waypoints. And I gave you the okay, so we started out at one of the capitals, we're landing at the other, and there was 2 more in there I added. But there's lots of other ones I did not mention, because, again, I couldn't find them and give a good waypoint. There was a lot of interim things that held it for a few hours, a few days, a few months. Now, the Republic of Texas, there's the saying, and I think it was the battle for independence from Mexico, which was the Alamo. Remember, the Alamo was the Republic of Texas's motto. So, Are we flying back across the airfield here? Yeah, so here's where we came from. We're flying back over it. So I must have left the radio on. And there was, let's see. Before I get into the Republic of Texas, a fun fact about yesterday that I did not share, because I was avoiding trying to talk about so much stuff on Texas yesterday. But the wrestler known as Shawn Michaels was born in San Antonio, Texas. I forgot about him until last night. You got a college called Sam Houston University, or college, I don't remember. Anyway, you got you got plenty of cities. There is Randolph Air Force Base. There is my dad said Lackland Air Force Base was in San Antonio, but I don't think he's correct. But there is one. There's a airfield near San Antonio called Kelly Field. It used to be an Air Force base under the name of Kelly Air Force Base. Now, I don't know if Kelly is a significant name in Air Force history. I don't remember. But, okay.
Houston approach Matty 8178 is type T65 miles northwest of Kilo Golf Lima Sierra.
So yeah, here's our first waypoint. The Space Center.
Squawk 040 tree, Matty 8178 tree.
Matty 8178 tree, radar contact 5 miles south of 55 Tango, echo 2,200 feet. Altimeter 29.88.
Roger, Matty 8178 tree.
I don't know what Sierra Sierra Tango Echo is, other than it is an airfield of some kind with a call center, call identifier. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna get this done now, early enough in the video. So the capital, or the Republic, lasted for 10 years, and it lasted from March 2nd, 1836 till February 19th, 1846. The most notable president that I knew the name of was President Sam Houston. He held office. His first term as president was 1836 to 1838, and his second term was 1841 to 1844. Excuse me. And there's plenty of history. I would recommend, I give you bits of history that I know pretty much off the top of my head, or the few notes I write down. But if you really want to learn more, I suggest you find out for yourself. Alright, we're flying over Ostina. We're nowhere near Austin. We're still on the East Coast. And all the highways. Now, I don't know if we're going to stay low enough for us to get a look at the space station. Or not the space station. I don't know if we're going to stay low enough out of the clouds to get a good look at Johnson Space Center. So, Houston, we may have a problem. We can't spot you. We're in the clouds.
Houston approach 9817 Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
9817 Houston approach. Cleared for the Bravo airspace.
So,
Cleared through Bravo airspace 9817
I don't know if there'll be any more flight videos for the rest of this week until Friday. But on Friday, so our next trip, I plan to leave from San Antonio, and we will fly to, I want to fly to Mexico City, which in the aircraft that got randomly picked for our next thing, Dixon, we are probably going to have multiple legs. So I have to check today and tomorrow before I do my live Tuesday. So I will be doing flights. Tuesday will be leg 1. Or no, trying to think. Sorry. What's next Tuesday? Tomorrow's Tuesday is the 5th. 5 and 7 is 12. Okay, so this coming Tuesday, I'm trying to think. I think I'll do a Train Sim World live stream next Tuesday. I can't do what I'd like to do on Tuesday for a Train Sim World Live, but that I know of. But I think I'm going to do that Tuesday. We'll do a ride along on either the Providence to Boston route, or that was for Train Sim World 2, or if I can afford it, I will be getting the new route, and we will be doing that on a live stream. But I'll be able to stream all weekend this weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to start our flight to Mexico tomorrow or not. On Tuesday, I mean, not tomorrow. Because I didn't want to not have anything for Sunday. But because I want to always have the stuff. Okay, so we're flying over Nassau Bay. And yeah, we're not gonna see the center, unfortunately. We got some aircraft in the air. But so our next stop is a point of view, San Juanito Monument. That's quite a turn you're doing there. Well, I guess you kind of have to. And we have La Porta Municipal down there. But, so our flight to Mexico will take, by my estimate, and because I'm not going, unless I look it up and I find it, most likely just picking airport, on leg 1, pick a landing airport, and then leg 2 will take off from the same airport, go to another one I pick, and then leg 3 into Mexico City. Unless I can find that Mexico has providences, and those providences have capitals. I I gotta do me some research on that. Um, so if there are providences, I'm gonna have to pick. I'm gonna have to plan out, and then I'll have to know where to land. As long as I'm within the mileage that the aircraft that got picked can do. So I hope we get clear skies here to fly over this, because I picked waypoints again today. The clouds, or the weather has not been kind to us the last 3 legs. So I don't know what I'm gonna do this Tuesday or next Tuesday. I've got some videos going out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Train Sim World videos are already uploaded and scheduled for 8, 9 o'clock a.m. And they're the suffragette line, aka Goblin. The intro for that and the intro for the 710. Go check those out. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't. I'd rather like to do. I know that doesn't make any sense the way I just said it. To do our Mexico flight next weekend, and the 3 legs that I gotta do, and it just might. I kind of already have an idea what the legs are, and it's probably easier without me doing research if I just pick and plan it. We don't need to go Providence to Providence. The U.S. thing worked out good, because I was going to have to do 7 legs regardless, and going capital to capital worked pretty well because it was all in the direction I was wanting to go. So, now after next weekend, I don't know what we'll be doing. Let's see. I don't know what I want to do the following week for Flight Sim, because I don't know how I want to end us for the 18th, if I do a video on the 18th, or my streams or whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna be flying on the 19th on a live stream, but of course I want to check out the game. I gotta set up everything and stuff on 24 before I can go live, so I might need a day just to myself to do flight simming. But maybe we can do the UK for our last trips, but I don't know how long that will take, because I randomly picked these aircraft, and depending on what the aircraft is, but we could go from Dublin, Ireland to the capital city or most major city in the Northern Ireland, which I believe is Ulster, city of Ulster. It's probably the capital for Northern Ireland. And then I said something about landing in, going to the Isle of Man, and then up to, and then to Cardiff, Wales, then to London, then to Edinburgh. And then from Edinburgh to Orkney Island and the Shetland Island. That's if Orkney has an airport. I know Shetland does. I don't know about if I want to do all the Isles of Scotland. But we'll just have to see. Well, I don't know. I don't know what we'll do to end. But this coming week, we'll knock out doing the capitals in North America. Along with we tackled some of the U.S. capitals, and then next week I again I don't know, because I gotta think again. So Monday's the 4th, Tuesday's the 5th, the 12th is gonna be Tuesday, which is when the new Train Sim World route releases, the new Boston route releases. And then, so the 12th, I'm going to do a Train Sim World live stream. And then Sunday that weekend, let's see, Wednesday's the 13th, Thursday's the 14th, Friday's the 15th, 16th, 7th, that's the 17th. Sunday the 17th will be our last Train Sim World live stream, our Flight Sim 2020 live stream. So, I don't know what we'll do there. I'll just have to roll the dice, find out what aircraft to get, and then maybe decide what we're gonna do. I have some ideas of what we could do, but and I could just pick an aircraft. Like the last flight of Microsoft 2020 for our live stream could be the very last flight, official flight, or better yet, the last unofficial flight of Pan Am, which would have been Barbados to Miami. Their official last flight was on December 4th, 1991, from JFK to Barbados. So, alright, we are coming up on George Bush Airport in Houston. And, well, we're not going to be able to check this airport out either. I wish it was a not so cloudy day below us, because it would have been cool to check out the Space Center. But, welcome in, you know, say hello and chat. I think that's the first time I've seen the little icon thingy flicker today so far. So, we're about to hit our other capital. We went from Galveston, now we're going to Houston. Houston was one of the capitals of the Republic of Texas.
Houston Center, 98178 tree, 9,500 feet.
98178 Houston Center altimeter, 29.87 radar, contact continue.
Looks like we got an aircraft in the air. Or it looks like it, but let me see. What is it? Oh no, that's the airport. Right. Again, the cloudy weather doesn't make for a good stream. I mean, these are nice looking clouds, but there's apparently a lot of crummy weather in the Gulf with rain and stuff. They're probably getting another hurricane for all I know. But the last 3 days down here in the south, in the Gulf have been cloudy weather below the 15,000 feet. And I'm leaving the land lights on, which I probably could turn off by now, can't I? Well, maybe not. We're only about 400 feet off the ground. We're only 400 feet off the... Holy... We're above the clouds, clearly. But we're not even that high off the ground. Unless there's something wrong with the pitot tube. Yeah, there was something wrong with the pitot tube there. Okay, we're at 10,400. Ooh, something scared me there. So, let me... If I can find the cursor. Let me set this down while I turn our land lights on. Alright, we want landing lights off. There we go. Now that's all that's on is our beacon lights. Alright. How far are we to George? 1. Okay. And we got a waypoint over there, and then San Antonio. Okay, so that waypoint is probably the San Antonio missions. That's what I'm gonna guess. San Antonio missions. Oh, God, there we go. Alright. We're turning and burning. I don't know where we're turning to. I have a feeling I screwed us up. But we're supposed to go to Austin. From Houston to Austin. And I could have swore that was in the flight plan, but if not, oh well. But I believe it was. Okay, so you see this? That's at 55. So maybe that's Austin and the 52 is something else. I'm sorry, folks. I do not know. I think I screwed up my flight. Always double check your plan. I mean, I saved what I was doing, but maybe I accidentally took out Austin. But I wrote it down. Because, I mean, that's what I thought was on there. And I don't write down stuff till I've saved everything I want to do, and then I write it down. So, unless I did something else and took out Austin, we should go to Austin, then to, it should have been Austin, then the San Antonio missions, and then up to San Antonio International. No break in the clouds. Well, there's a tiny break right there in the clouds. What do we got below us down here? Highway. Yeah, so this Tuesday we will do the Boston Providence Train Sim World 5. And then the following Tuesday, hopefully, I can showcase the new Boston route on a live stream. So, gotta change things up. Now, I can put the phone aside like I've done for quite a bit here today, but you're not gonna see much, and I wish I could get that at a better angle and stuff, just so I could do some other videos. I'd love to do a playthrough of Star Trek Online, Assassin's Creed Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, Mirage. Now, I have an issue with J.K. Rowling, the producer of the author, there we go, the author of the Harry Potter books. I have a personal issue with her transphobia stuff. But I love Harry Potter. I went ahead and bought Legacy anyway. But because of the controversy, I probably safest bet is to not air that stuff. Just to stay out of the, stay out of being harassed and stuff when people come across those videos. Because I'm not sure, I can make videos private, which private means I think only I see them. I don't know if that means how to make videos so that only my subscribers see them. I haven't looked into that. But I don't know. I don't get much feedback from my subscribers. I don't really have a community that shows up, the same community that shows up for my live streams, so I don't know about that playing that game and showcasing it. Because in that, the gameplay's the same, there's small differences, but you could role play as each of the houses and play it quite differently every time. And choose not to do certain side missions. Like with Star Trek Online, you've got three career modes you can play, which means you can use different ships, different loadouts, stuff like that, and you have different factions. So I think there's like 15 different ways you can play Star Trek Online. And then with Origins, Assassin's Creed Origins, you've got you got different ways you could play. You could play a bow only, but when you play with bow only, that's basically shield and bow. You could do warrior, where you're using weapons and shield, no bow. Or you could do complete stealth, which would be the more interesting one. How far can you get? And it would be that I'd play. How far can I get before I die? And how far can you get by just sneaking up, knocking people out, or using the hidden blade? And that's all you can do is use the hidden blade. So no open combat. If you get in open combat, if I got into open combat, I would just let my character get slain unless I can run and hide. If I can get back into hiding, then we go back to stealth. But I'm not gonna use an attack, and but I would block. Um, Odyssey, Odyssey, you could do the same thing. You can do an assassin build, you can do a warrior build, or you could do a hunter build, which is bow only. I would do a bow only hunter build. Although you can get weapons that boost your hunter abilities, but that would, you need warrior skill points to do that. And again with that, bow only. There's a cool feature though in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The way I'd like to do this, if I did one, I wouldn't show this, but you go around, just, you don't do anything. After you get done with the first island and you can, the world opens up to explore. Go and hit viewpoints to get, God, I can't remember the name of the bird. Anyway, you get your flying companion. You get hit, you hit enough viewpoints, and he gains the ability to attack your targets. So, and the higher your hunter, the higher your hunter damage score is, the more damage he does to your targets when he attacks them. So that's a way to play hunter mode without using the bow. But I would work on, I'd work on getting his skill, all the waypoints, viewpoints, to get him to be able to do that and use the bow. Because having dead bodies all over the place that your bird kills definitely causes the braziers to be lit, and more people come in. It causes your wanted level to go up. So now there is a feature on the Assassin's tree in Odyssey where you can, people disappear if you take them out silently. I don't know if that works if you do that with an arrow to the head and it actually completely kills a character. Because that would be very useful for a hunter build, to use that one assassin ability to make characters disappear when they're killed. Silently killed. Now, of course, yeah, I bought all the in-store stuff for for Origins. I got all of Odyssey's stuff from the store. So I would be playing with the best that I can find to use. And Valhalla, I've never actually played very far into the story. I pretty much got across to England and then hadn't really played any further. I do have some in-store purchases from there. And then Mirage, I think I bought whatever the deluxe edition or whatever to get, so I got whatever that is. But I haven't looked at buying the newest Assassin's Creed game. I don't know if it's for Xbox. I forget what I always have, if it's the S or the X. I think I have the S. S is the smaller one, correct? I believe. Alright, what do we get about to hit here? Okay. I don't remember leaving this on, but we're about to have Houston Executive. Okay, so yes, I changed stuff without actually saving, so we weren't supposed to actually fly this as a waypoint. So I didn't save something correctly. Or I forgot to remove something. I mean, we were gonna fly over. We were always gonna fly over Houston Executive, but I thought I removed it as an actual waypoint. But clearly not, because it's showing up as we're gonna actually hit it, but I'm not sure what's what here. I'm not sure what this 2000, what's coming up right away. But it looks like the cloud cover is breaking up for us. I know for those of you that go back and watch this, you hear me say I'm doing all this stuff, and then I may not get it done, and I'm sorry, I'm just thinking out loud to you guys. I really don't know what you guys are finding more interesting, when you watch my stuff. I sometimes get snarky comments about videos I've made. Like, did you know you could do this or that? Like, like I completely don't know something. Granted, there are probably some people that upload videos that might not know, but all it does is make my response make me sound like an asshole. When people might be trying to be helpful to me. But there are people out there that just like to post stuff to people's videos just to be pains in the asses. But, welcome in. We're on our Capitals flights of the Republic of Texas. Please stick around. Hit that thumbs up. We've we've flown 2 of our Capitals. We didn't get to see much of so far because of the cloud cover behind us. But it looks like it's clearing up a little bit here as we head further west into the state of Texas. Or further west into the heart of Texas. And like I said, this was not supposed to be here. I thought I had removed this waypoint, which we've done past now, so whatever this is, we still have to we have to hit Austin and Austin, Bergstorm, and then the Missions, and then San Antonio. So, what I say this flight was gonna take? 2 hours, 14 minutes, 261 nautical miles. Well, we might be done a lot quicker than I thought. I don't, we might be done quicker than I thought. Maybe because we're going at a good speed, but yeah, what's our, we're not going that fast. We're 93 miles, 390. We got Longbird below us. Is that an airstrip? We're a town. What do you guys think? You think there's a airport down there? And what's our altitude? Well, we're above 15, like we've always been. But that's because we're climbing. Again. This AI pilot. At least with aircraft stresses and engine stress on, they haven't overspeeded or crashed. Which I still have crash damage turned off. I think we missed Austin, and the Houston executive was accidentally left in. I'm not gonna. I can't really fix us in flight. I don't know. Because whatever I do, if I change the heading and all that, and then switch back to AI is going to follow the flight plan that I filed. Or at least most of the time he does. And I thought we were getting out of this cloud of, the breaking up, but it looks like the clouds are just moving with us. Well, this might be one of the shorter streams then, folks, because we've hit 1 hour now. I don't know if we're going 2 hours, more than 2, the 2 hours and 15 minutes flight time. Because we're about to hit this. Which, I'm not sure what this, if this is the mission. I believe this might be the San Antonio mission. I'm so confused right now. I must have screwed up the flight plan. I might keep you guys on here when we land in San Antonio, and we'll go back in. I will load the flight plan, and we will take a look at what I apparently did not, where we did not go. I know we should be flying over Randolph Air Force Base. Welcome in. We are almost on our flight, oddly enough. We've only got to hit one waypoint, and then we're at San Antonio, according to what's showing up on the screen right now. Oh, we're looking for traffic. I don't know where the traffic was. I don't see it. But we've radioed in, so. I'm trying to zoom in to see if I can make out what the marker is at. I believe that's the San Antonio mission right there. Right there. So, yeah, we didn't go to Austin. I must have really screwed something up. I could have swore we were going to Austin. Because Austin was the last Republic of Texas capital before they became the state of Texas, and Austin has remained the capital of the state since it was in- integrated into the United States. Yeah, that's the mission. That's San Antonio mission. Well, like I said, I'll bring you back to the world map. I'll show you what my... We'll see what the flight was... What I accidentally loaded in here and what the flight was supposed to have been. Because Houston Executive was not supposed to be a flyover waypoint. I don't think we ever hit any of the radials. I mean, we're getting to where I wanted to go. We just didn't hit the other points in the between. At least one of them. One of them's missing. Alright, we should be turning soon. Well, maybe not as soon as I thought. We're here in East Tennessee. It's going to be a nice warm day again today. Welcome in. We're about to hit the San Antonio missions and turn to head to San Antonio. And then, well, we'll be at our destination before we take our next trip. Next weekend, we will be taking 3 legs from San Antonio to Mexico City. And somehow my flight plan that I loaded in was a little skewed, and we didn't actually fly over Austin, the airport in Austin. But, we just flew over the mission. I thought we just flew over the mission, but now we got another waypoint. Oh wait, no, that's the mission right here. Can I... Or is that an airfield? Anyway. One of my airports that was not supposed to stay in, stayed in, and then one that was supposed to be in here got removed. So, I don't know. I think that's the mission right there. But I said that about the other thing that I thought we flew past already. So, I do know. Have I lost my mind? All I know is this is taking a lot less time than we had thought. Did I say Echo Lima Alpha? Echo Lima Alpha is the first waypoint radial I have. So what do we got over here? Well, okay, so we're turning, we gotta turn for that. That comes long before we hit San Antone. So we are turning north. Oh, maybe that's Austin. Right. Let's get our cockpit view of us banking to turn to what now I believe is actually Austin. Oh, hello. Hey, Bedrock. Hadn't seen you in a while on Nate Wolf's streams. Welcome in. We're doing I'm doing the capitals of the Republic of Texas. We landed in Galveston yesterday and we took off from there this morning. We already flew past Houston on our way to Austin and then to San Antone. There's multiple other capitals, but I felt like keeping it simple and kept to the major cities. And I randomly picked the plane when I started our trip from Richmond, Virginia. We're on our 7th leg today. It took me six live streams, or 5 live streams or so. Yeah, that's fair to pick some major cities. But I just randomly picked a plane and it was the T6 Texan. And I thought that was cool, so I kept the same plane for every leg. And we got the livery number 5, which gave us the, I thought, a Texas look to our paint job. Oh. I don't know what we're hitting here. One of the waypoints today we flew over but we couldn't see was Johnson Space Center. I had 3 points of interest. I thought we had already hit the San Antone missions, but no, we're far from that. That was actually my first radial. Yeah, the Lone Star plane. Yeah, as I said, I think I picked the most representative livery here, and yeah. So my first capitals I did was Ottawa, Ontario, Canada to Washington D.C. That stream I lost the scenery and the game crashed 50 miles out from DC. But then I did a short hop from DC to the Confederate States of America's capital, which was Richmond. And then when we left Richmond to come to the Republic of Texas, I picked up this plane and we stopped over in Raleigh, North Carolina. Then we stopped in Columbia, South Carolina. We stopped in Tallahassee, Mobile, and Baton Rouge, and then Baton Rouge to Galveston was yesterday. And then next weekend, we will be flying to the Mexico City, Mexico. So We'll be flying from San Antonio to Mexico on a 3-leg journey. And every time I go live, I usually post the day before, and it's most of the time 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, US. And thanks for dropping in, Bedrock. I definitely need to get a community of people over here. Nate Wolf, I'm usually on before he's does his stream, so he's not been able to tell people to come over here and raid. And then after this weekend, or next weekend's flight to Mexico, I don't know what I'm gonna do leading up to the release of 24, because I will not be playing this game after the 24th, or after the 24th gets released. If some of the planes don't work in there, I bought the Aviator Edition, so I mean, if some of my 2020 planes don't work properly, I've got plenty of 2024 planes that will work. But I think the 17th I was talking about earlier, I think the 17th will probably be my last Flight Sim 2020 flight on a stream, and then you know, I'm gonna spend a few days checking the game out, setting it up before we get into doing that, and that I hope to do my career on screen. Yeah, your planes you already have, they will be brought over to 2024. However, you might have to use legacy mode on 24 in order for your 2020 aircraft to work properly. Or if you keep it on the modern, you won't be able to do, your 2020 planes won't have the feature of the walk around and your little and stuff, apparently. That's what I've heard. That's what I've seen from alpha builds. That's what the dev things have said. So your planes will work. They just don't work like a 2024 release plane will. So, like, you might have to switch between legacy and modern for your 2020 planes to work in 24. I'm not sure. I really could give a shit. Like I said, I'll have plenty of planes with the newer features anyway, and I don't really care about, if I can jump in, you see me here, the AI is flying. If I can jump in, turn it on the AI, and it still gets us in the air, you know, I'm still good. My Bedrock, you can check out all my playlists for the capital to capital. I don't know how I set them, but there's a list of them. Yeah, the developers are gonna have to bring up the 2020 stuff. If they want to, they gotta bring it up to the 24 specs so it works properly. But yeah, I have the whole, I think only one video for this trip from Richmond is done as a regular video instead of a live stream. I'd check out the video of me from Mobile, from Tallahassee to Mobile. It was an interesting ending. In fact, there's 2 shorts that I've posted about that video. Yeah, Bedrock, we hadn't seen you over there in Neighborhood in a while. I was wondering what was up with you. Good to see you drop in this morning. Nate Wolf actually dropped in for the end of my stream yesterday. I wasn't expecting. I asked him to. I wasn't expecting him to, but he wasn't gonna stream yesterday, and so it was just him. It wasn't like he was bringing in a raid. Oh, did it? Oh God, sorry guys. Sorry everybody that watches this later. Okay, 59, and I have no idea exactly what that is because I believe my flight plan was screwed up. I'm still. I normally just end the stream with me landing on the ground, but this time, you guys will stick with me as I check out the flight plan. Alright, yeah. Return from time to time. I'm still trying to get used to doing this streaming thing and figuring things out with the chat. Like if I put the phone down on the stand and you guys get a bad angle, and of course I don't know if someone's saying anything to me. But, I've gotten at least efficient enough to set you guys aside, the phone aside, to do to at least handle a takeoff. And of course, if I wouldn't recommend doing takeoffs with one hand. Now I have the assisted stuff turned on, so that the auto rudder should be working, but for some reason, the assisted thing with the rudder does not work on takeoffs. I'm still swerving all over the place, so I'm having to use rudder input, and yeah, don't on an Xbox with an Xbox controller, do not attempt to do it with one hand. That's for the first few streams I did. I wouldn't even go through a checklist or anything. I would just give it to the AI, except for the AI on one of the streams. Before we spent 30 minutes just trying to get to the runway because the AI kept crashing into a building. Why is the camera like this? Oh, I'm holding it. Is it shaky too much? Yeah, it's on a phone. I have no good setup. Nate Wolf suggested a tripod, but it really wouldn't work with my limited space and setup. I mean, this is what you guys see if I set you down on the side here. So, yeah, it's not good. It's better for me to hold it as much as possible. Yeah, there is a way to stream directly from the Xbox. If I had a Twitch account, which I don't feel like messing with, I could directly screen capture while live streaming, but I don't feel like messing with Twitch. This camera's got pretty good visual, though. I mean, you gotta say, it's pretty crisp, despite the shakiness of me holding it. I think my iPhone camera is 4K, so, I mean, the only time it looks bad is if I zoom in and it gets what the screen would look like. Yeah, yeah, you can stream. There's no streaming platform directly to YouTube anymore. Like back in the day, and you said you're on Xbox better on. Back years ago, I can't remember when now. We used to have Mixer on Xbox, and I was able to use Mixer as an editing studio and create more than a 15-minute video, or you could only record but a certain amount of time like you can now. I can only get a 10-minute screen capture. But you could use Mixer, edit a string of videos together, and then record it and upload it to YouTube. Um, but no, I mean, there's always people that simulcast and stuff, but I've only got the phone to use right now, so. Welcome in, viewer number 2. We are halfway through our flight of the capitals of the Republic of Texas. Where are we? And we have 48 miles to go. See, I know it gets really jumpy when I zoom in. I'm surprised I hold it as steady as I do when I zoom us back out, because clearly I'm not holding it steady, but it looks like I am. Well, viewer number 2, let me know who you are. Hit that thumbs up. Make sure you also go over and hit that notify bell and subscribe. You're catching me on 2 good weekends where I'm actually streaming Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend. And I will be doing that again next weekend. So far my routine is only live streaming Sundays and Tuesdays. The other days of the week, I never know if I have the quietness to do that. But people in my household go to church Sunday mornings, and then Tuesday mornings my mom runs errands and is not around. So those are the days I stream, is when the house is quiet other than the dogs making noises. Okay, so we have San Antonio over there, and whatever this waypoint is. And I believe this waypoint should be Austin Burston. How far is it? Well, I don't know. San Antonio now is 86. But I thought I had to go further south before we hit that, so. And apparently this only shows one waypoint at a time. Alright. We're coming up on an hour and a half. So, it said 2 hours, 14 minutes, 261 miles. It very well could be correct. We'll be going a lot more than 2 hours, 14 minutes, that's for sure. Alright, so at least we got some clouds opened up here, but we didn't come across any cities for me to zoom in on and point out. Said I have no idea where we technically are going right now. I mean, I have an idea that this is the Austin Burnstone International Airport, but I'm not 100% sure, because one of my airports that was a waypoint was not supposed to be on the flight plan. I had it in, and then I removed it, and somehow we still flew it. Alright, go do what you gotta do, Bedrock. Thanks for dropping in. I'm glad at least one person comes in and chats per live stream right now. I don't know. Depending on what you're doing, I'll probably be done. I think we got another hour of streaming here. Yeah, so far I have not gotten. Well, there's only one time I've gotten the same person in two streams now, and that was A Luke. But other than that, I haven't got reoccurring viewers yet. But, a lot of people watch, like I keep saying, a lot of people definitely watch this after I finish streaming. It definitely gets its views. Not big views, but it gets its views. In fact, I need to actually make some notes before I do my channel update on Friday. Just because I think I need to structure that a little bit better. Although I love just rambling on there with me on camera. It's pretty much the same as what I do on a live stream video where I'm just talking to you guys. But at least then you're seeing me on camera. And sometimes I'm smoking. Most of the time I'm smoking while I'm doing my channel updates. So they sometimes turn into a cigar review at the same time. My channel updates don't get the views that they don't get a lot of views. So, and if people are watching them, they're watching them after the fact, like after they probably should be watching it. So they don't really get their post the information. I think last Friday's video was probably the shortest, but that's because I was outside and it was cold. And I wasn't smoking. I will be going out to smoke when I get done here. Or maybe not, no. With what I've got for cigars, I probably need to make sure I eat first. Just so I don't get sick. But, I gotta get me a drink of water. Mouth getting dry. Well, now, maybe we'll get somebody else to drop in and talk to us before we end, or maybe Bedrock will get back. But, what's going on here? Well, we're back into all the cloud coverage coming up. All the cloud cover at low altitude. And we still don't know what this is. Is it at 42 or 33? Anyway, we don't have a name for this still. So, don't know. We don't know. For anybody that's watching this, I don't know if I've said it, but, subscribe, hit that notify bell, because when I post about a live, I put it in my community tab, and I have them to stay. They won't get erased after 24 hours. Just because it's kind of a timestamp of what I've been doing. Because I put in there what it is. So if I forget, okay, what date was that I did that video? I can always look at my community tab Um, so, and I usually post the day before that I'm doing a live. Um, like, I usually do Sundays and Tuesdays, but I'm not going to post today that I'm going live Tuesday without knowing, um, because I'd rather not. This is me, but I don't want to post something and then not be able to do it. Like the other day, I said 10 o'clock for Friday, and then I went in and edited to 10:30, which none of my subscribers got the edited update because all I did was update the original community tab. Oh, the post I put for Friday morning, from Thursday, but I usually let you guys know, and then I'm pretty prompt. Friday I actually said 10:30, and because people got out of the house, I was able to get on here and I started 10 minutes earlier than that. Then I said 10:30, even though I was probably for most of y'all thought I was still going live at 10, and I was 20 minutes late, but I haven't seen anybody in the waiting for me to go live when I've hit go live. So, um, I don't know the perfect time. I looked at my analytics, and it says the best times are basically the best times for my subscribers is basically when I'm. Weirdly enough, it shows light pink right at the same time frame that I upload my videos every day, which is between 8 and 9 a.m. So, I can't really use analytics to help me figure out when live streaming would be best. Like when people are coming in, going back and watching my content. We still don't have a name on this, so it's either a radio or a waypoint that I'm forgot, but I'm wondering if it's Oscar Hotel Kilo, the second radial. And of course, the last 3 days, all this cloud cover makes it less interesting to know what's below us, because we can't see the stuff I pick. Now, I did pick up my next plane for our flight to Mexico City, Mexico, randomly, but I accidentally erased it, and I put down what I remembered, but I don't remember which. Let's just say there was multiple versions of the same plane, and I had 3 to choose from, and I'm like, I didn't know, so I just picked one and then picked a livery for the one I picked, but I wasn't sure which model of the same plane I had originally done. Oh boy. What are we gonna do? We got clouds all over the place. Now, I could turn live weather off, and this way it might look better, but I rather leave it on if I can. We have a EasyJet airline 793 above us. So, luckily I haven't had to use any of the text chat features to do anything to the channel. Everybody's been decent that comes in and chats. I haven't had to get mean and time out or block anybody or retract a message. Granted, I don't know how to do it, but I've noticed I've turned live chat on when I watch it back, my replay back, and chat doesn't show up in the replay. So I can't go back and really read what you guys say to me. But I figured out how to click on the message when it pops up and read it and then and respond. So, and because I don't have a whole crowd of people in here, I'm able to keep up the chat. It would be silly if I had a moderator right now when I can't even get the same people to show up and chat and show up to watch all the time. And it's not like I personally would know. I wouldn't know anybody in person, so I don't know who I would trust to be a moderator, because none of my IRL, nobody IRL watches these and would probably want to moderate. Hopefully I never have to worry about that. You hear that wind? Gee whiz. And it might be a little chilly down here. I don't remember because earlier the altitude meter said 400 feet and we were clearly at like 1,400 feet. So the Keto 2 got a little screwed up earlier. Yeah, we might be going a lot longer than the flight said. Okay, now we know. Now we know we're hitting the Austin Bergstrom. Okay, so from Austin, we're gonna be turning and heading back south. So yeah, we're gonna fly south and then to the mission before we turn and go back north to San Antonio. So we're about to fly over Austin. And we won't be able to see this airport either. You know what? I'm gonna set you guys aside for a second. Oh. Set you guys down for a second, because I'm gonna turn the pitot heat on just in case. There we go, pitot heat on. I would rather turn it on well, I don't know if it'll overheat or what happens, because I do have stresses and stuff turned on, but I would rather turn it on now in case we start descending into the clouds than to have another altitude or airspeed issue. Because it looks like we're not that far above the clouds at all. We're a little bit above our, we've exceeded our ceiling by about 100 feet. And we got an ENY out there. Don't know what ENY is. What? I guess hopefully I didn't just screw us up by turning that on. And what do we got back here? The Easy? No? United Airlines. We got one over here, too. Oh, that's the, maybe that's Envoy? Anyway, we were flying south, okay. And Austin is just under us here. I think we're also hitting a radial. I think we're hitting a radial along with the waypoint. Usually if there's a radial and a waypoint or something, sometimes I pick both of them. We do have to hit Oscar Hotel Kilo before we hit San Antonio Missions. So we are going to Austin, and then I have a radial we still have to hit. Let's see. Let's check the board here. Okay, so we done hit the last flyover, and we have the San Antonio Missions and the Oscar Hotel Kilo, like I said. So we got those two still to hit before we land in San Antonio. I removed quite a bit. I could have added a bunch of little airports as waypoints, but I kept this flight path simpler. Granted, we were not supposed to fly the Houston Executive. That was a waypoint I didn't mean to keep in at all. So I guess we won't need to go and check the flight plan when we land. Because we are hitting Austin like I wanted to. Okay, that's that United Airlines flight. And highly unshaky. Doesn't look that shaky out like this, but I can tell. Alright, let's watch this from the cockpit view. of our bank to the south. And that is San Antonio is at 56, but at 49 is probably our radial of Oscar Hotel Kilo. And then we've got the San Antonio missions. So radial and a mission. Before we land in San Antonio. And the clouds just look like they're clumping even more together. You'd think we were in Alaska or something, all this, because it just looks like snow below us. So, we have San Antonio's 54. We gotta go to the 47. So that 47 could either be the radial or the mission. Well, we got pitot heat turned on, just in case. And we are descending. So, maybe by the time we hit our next waypoint, we might be in the clouds. Or below them. So, let's see. Let's reiterate. Tuesday will be a live stream of Train Sim World 5. And then the following Tuesday will be Train Sim World 5. Maybe. But I will do the Boston Providence with the Rush Hour pack and all the DLCs for Boston Sprinter, the trains that was released for Train Sim World 2. I will do it on Tuesday. The only DLC that I know that Train Sim World 3 added to Boston Sprinter was the Acela, the Amtrak Acela. So we'll do the route intro. We'll go through the locos. I won't need to do the Acela because the Acela will be coming out later in the week, or I could just do it Tuesday. I could do it Tuesday. So we'll throw the Acela on in there, even though I was going to do that with the New York Trenton stuff. And then we'll climb aboard. We'll go from Providence to Boston on one of the trains. I don't know which one I want to do as a passenger. Um, should we do the Boston or the Amtrak? I mean, it's called Boston Sprinter. I'm thinking of using the MT or MBTA train to do that, but we'll look. Because the question is, do we want to stop? Do we want to stop every stop service, or do we want a stop in Providence and then a stop again in Boston, which would be the Acela, which would be quick. I couldn't really do a freight because I think the stations would be more appealing than the freight line, although we gotta go through some of the stations anyway. And then, I don't know if I'm up to it or not, because I'd love to do the new Boston route. I'd love to do a passenger run of us as a passenger on board the train down to where we'd have to route hop to catch the next route. But we might just spawn in at the route hop station and then catch the train from there to whatever direction we gotta go. Because I'm not sure where the route hop point will be. I don't know if it'll be at the Boston South Station or if it's going to be somewhere out on the route. But I believe it's going to be probably at the South Station. And if that's the case, then we can ride that whole branch line without actually doing two different rides. Because some route hops on Train Sim World 5 can take you forever. Like, if you use the Metro Link and you go from Los Angeles to San Bernardino, then San Bernardino to or whatever, if you use Antelope Valley, San Bernardino line, and Cajon Pass all together, that's 6 hours worth of travel time. And that was 6 hours of, and with Antelope Valley and with San Bernardino, it was basically non-stop services I just happened to pick. So, I don't know how that will go for the next 2 Tuesdays of live streaming. Because like I said, if I can only stream 2 days a week, I would love to throw in one of them as a Train Sim World. And I'm trying to get us... Oh, that's the airport. So, still don't know what's at 34 miles out. Okay. Again, we got a radial and a point of interest we still have to do before I radio for our landing instructions. Although I need to try and make sure to listen to ATIS first. Which, for some reason, sometimes you're not allowed to listen to ATIS before you get your landing directions, and it just tells you what you have for your landing info. But Well, there's that little person flickering in and out again. The little icon telling me who's watching, who isn't. It keeps going to 1 and 0, 1 and 0. I'm disappointed in the last 3 flights. Just because they hadn't. We had very nasty weather below us, and we didn't get to see some of the sights. But, okay, so in 2024, I don't know if I'll be doing free flights. Well, I'll be doing free flights. What am I? Who am I? Who are we kidding? But, I don't know if if I can. I might have to do like I do with a lot of my train sim videos, is play them, record them with Xbox, and then re-record them with the phone. I might have to do that with my careers, because I doubt I'll be able to do that on live stream. I don't want you guys sitting on the phone stand and getting the most terrible view possible of me attempting to get my do my stuff, which will. I'll be surprised if I actually get my VPPL, so. But I'm interested in the hot air balloons. But I don't think that's part of your career stuff in the career mode in 24. But that'd be cool though, to be have a license to operate hot air balloons for a while at a beginning level. And then of course we'll have blimps, we'll have more helicopters that might actually work more proper than they do in 2020. Welcome in. We are heading towards, we got 1 radial and 1 point of interest before we turn back north to land at San Antonio. We probably flew past San Antonio already. No, we haven't flown past yet. And what do we have below us down here? The Flying R Ranch. Okay, so we actually could see a place there, but I believe this is our radial, and then we still got to probably go further south to get to the missions is San Antonio. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this because we might have to turn our landing lights back on when we drop below 10,000. But I've already turned pitot heat on because I noticed we were descending, and I want it on when we go through these clouds because I'm not sure exactly what the temperature is in Texas today. I think it said 10 degrees Celsius, which means it might be cold. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what the weather IRL is in Texas. I didn't actually look it up. Like I said, I think we need to turn landing lights back on here. Let's get in here and do that. Panel lighting, that's not what we want.
Going to 120.6 Matty 8178 tree. Houston Center Matty 8178 tree. 10,800 feet.
Here's where we want.
Matty 8178 tree, Houston Center altimeter, 29.81 radar contact. Continue to Delta Hotel Kilo.
Alright. And where are we we at for fuel? I'm gonna do something else while I'm thinking about it. Let's change tanks before we start puttering in the air. Alright, now I know what this is. So at 24 is our radial. That little weird marker is the radial. So that is radial Oscar Hotel Kilo, as they just said on radio. And then we'll hit then we got the missions. Then we turn around and come north to land at San Antonio. So we have to fly past San Antonio. Okay. So we're switching to San Antonio approach. And we're just a few minutes past the 2-hour mark, and we're not going to be anywhere close to being done by 2 hours and 14 minutes flight time. But then again, I didn't start a timer as soon as we took off. Maybe I should start doing that in the navlog thing. At least this time the AI pilot's descending properly. Because, yeah, we should be on our descent as we come into this radial before we hit the San Antonio missions and then turn to go north for landing at San Antonio International. And as soon as we hit San Antonio International, I have to set you guys down and make the call to get our landing pattern. So, because if I do it now, we won't end up at our landing pattern. So, at 20, I believe is our... Yeah, now I'm not sure if we already crossed the radial or not. I believe we did, but not sure. No, we haven't. The radial, that's our radial at 20. Okay. Okay. I know most of you probably hate me zooming in and out, but zooming in and out is the only way I know what's going on the screen. Despite the fact I may be 2 feet away from the TV and it's a 55-inch screen, I can't see actually what's on the screen. So zooming in is actually benefiting me. And I don't know if are we still descending? Yeah, at a pretty good rate. Oh, well, that explains it. So, maybe we'll get below the clouds, and we'll get to see the San Antonio missions. But I mean, look how flat this is right here. The clouds are. It looks like snow. Like we're in the mountains. And it's just like patches of water or something. Gonna get me a swig of water. Mm. We are almost done with our Texas Republic trip. Ooh, we got something above us. A Delta airline. And they are way up there. Then again, we're barely skimming the clouds right now as we're descending. So yeah, these are low-level clouds because we're at 8,000 feet. And we're still above the clouds. But, okay, where's this radio at? 14. And like I said, now I know that's the radial. All we have left is to hit the last point of interest, and then we're on our way to San Antonio. Now, I'm probably going to end up flying, making the San Antonio missions a point of interest on our flight south, on our first leg of our flight south to the city of Mexico. Because it is south of the air of San Antonio. Alright, we're descending into the clouds. We have the city below us of New Burnsville Municipal. That's an airport, not a city or a town. But there's an airport below us. Or behind us. As we'll see nothing now. Well, I shouldn't say we see nothing. We've got clouds we've got blue skies above us. We're definitely in the thick of it as we are coming down. And we come out of the clouds for a bit. Interesting, we don't get any contrails as a prop plane. I guess we don't, but it's interesting we don't. Yep, we're still descending, so more clouds to come. I really wish that the way this is set up on the floor with the cords was a little more accessible. The phone cord is, short, like most of them are nowadays. I've only got like 2 or 3 feet, if that. And I've got the phone plugged in, but I can't pull it any closer to make this easier to hold it. We've got below us, we've got Kitty Hawk Flying Field. We're nowhere close there. San Antonio International. The radial we were gonna hit. But that's funny. Kitty Hawk Flying Field. I said, we're nowhere close to North Carolina. Hey, we're out of one cloud. We're switching frequencies.
125 decimal, 7 Matty 817 Atri. Goodbye. San Antonio approach Matty 817 Atri, 7,500 feet.
Delta Hotel Kilo. I thought that was Oscar. That's a D. I really need to work on my penmanship for me to read my own handwriting. That's Delta Hotel Kilo. Okay. Delta Hotel Kilo is there at 7. Oop. Oh, I still had a waypoint on here. See, apparently I didn't fix this. So, Randolph Airfield is also coming up before we hit the San Antonio missions. So yeah, I thought I had taken some stuff out, like the executive and the Air Force Base, but I didn't. And we've got the airport's 15 miles, but that's not where we're going. We still got to go quite a bit south still. I know this is getting jumpy. I got 98% battery. I think I should unplug this. There we go. It's starting to cramp up pretty bad there. And I'd rather... Oh, I can't flip the camera. I was gonna flip it over, but I don't think you guys get the... I think the picture then turns upside down. Alright, so here's the Air Force Base that I was not intending for us to fly over. Oh, no, we were gonna fly over. I was not intending it to be a point of flyover. We'll put it that way. Alright, let's zoom back out, because even that's starting to drive me crazy. Alright, so, yep, we're about to fly over Randolph Air Force Base. You know, folks, you'd think I would start building, my hands would be, muscles would be getting built up doing this enough by now that I wouldn't be so shaky. I mean, I'm holding it with my left hand and zoom in. It's just, I'm just shaky, aren't I? Decent sized Air Force Base. So. Where's my camera at? Oh. It's down here? Sorry, folks. I'm not usually holding the phone the way I am, and I didn't know exactly where the camera was. That's what I was looking for it. I didn't know it was down there in the corner. No wonder that it looked funny on the stand, but... Oh. Now what do we got going on? Okay, so we have the missions at 15. Because there we go, we passed the Air Force Base, which again, I didn't remember was that I had left as a waypoint. But the San Antonio missions. And then we're coming back around to land at San Antonio. What do we got below us? Well, we're in the clouds, so... I hope we get to see the missions. We are nearly completely surrounded by clouds. Well, we were there for a few minutes. We can't quite see anything down there just yet. God, I'm sorry, folks. I am really sorry. Like I said, you'd think my muscles in my fingers and hands would be getting a workout doing this and building up some strength. But God, is that shaky when I zoom in.
San Antonio approach 9817 tree. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
9817 San Antonio approach. Cleared for the Charlie airspace.
Cleared to Charlie airspace 9817 tree.
Well, I wonder if this stream's gonna go to 3 hours. Just wonder. Ooh, we got something below us down here. We have Kirby. Isn't that a pink blob that likes to suck in almost anything you can think of? And that's the town of Kirby. Kirby, Texas. And we have the missions at 9 miles. But I doubt we will see them. Are we still descending? Yeah. Like I said, these clouds, quite low. No telling what type of weather we're actually flying into in San Antonio right now. I might have to hit the active pause button and actually check out the weather report with ATIS. I still don't see anything down there, and I'm zoomed all the way in. But I do have clouds in the way. What's off to the left of that? The Stinson Municipal. And we have an aircraft over there to our right. We're not gonna see these missions waypoint I picked. We're not low enough with this cloud cover. Let's stay zoomed in and see if we can see these. Looks like clouds are coming into our focus again. We are on our descent as we will be turning from this point to go north to land in San Antonio. Again, there's an airport there, and two things that we saw today were not even supposed to be waypoints, so... What do we got back over here? Okay, that's where we're heading. We got a Southwest airline heading into San Antonio, I would presume. Alright, so can we see these now? Now, I don't know what San Antonio missions mean, other than it was a point of interest. Maybe it was a fort or something. But we got low enough to check this out. So there's the San Antonio missions. And San Antonio, 9 miles away. Okay, we're starting to make our turn. I gotta set you guys aside, and I'm gonna make our call for landing. Alright, we need nearby airports. San Antonio International, which I just accidentally clicked on the wrong place because it keeps moving on me. 7 is what I wanted.
San Antonio Tower 98178 is 10 miles south of 2,700 feet. Echo 3.
And we're just now flying over the town of San Antonio. Alright, now we will... we will listen to ATIS. Celsius. I think we are safe to turn pitot heat back off. Alright, let's get in here and I will turn pitot heat back off. I think we're safe. No, not parking brake. Pitot heat off. Alright. Alright, so we got our pattern and we are on our way as we are now passing San Antonio Heights. Okay, where's the pattern entry? I might have to put you guys down here again in a few minutes so that I can land. Now, I don't know if the AI is going to do a join and circle back around or what, because I could hand fly this right now. What do you guys? You want the bad angle of me trying to take back the control, or leave it to the AI? I think we're doing a join, because he's not turned yet. But here's the airport, San Antonio Airport. We got the tower off to our left as we flew over a runway, and we are flying low enough. I probably could have landed there. You're supposed to be 500 feet above, so we're more than 500 feet above when we did the flyover. Now the AI is either going to turn left into this pattern, or he's going to turn right or fly through and then come back right and circle back to get the pattern. I'm also making sure we don't crash. Which oh, alright, let's give ourselves some altitude here, folks. I had to do that little bump cheat to give me altitude because, well, I thought that's what was happening, and it did. Well, there's a highlight for the that I can make a short of later if I want to. Yeah, it would have been better off if I took control, huh? And I will. Okay, so I'm going to sit you guys down and handle this landing. My aircraft. Uh-oh. Well, folks, I forgot I had this stuff turned on. I overstressed us. So, again, me taking control was probably the worst thing there. But, we made it to San Antone. Since we didn't technically land, I'll just have to randomly pick a spot, kind of without any references. I'll just find a spot. But, we definitely are not gonna last 3 hours in this stream, but it was more than 2 hours and 14 minutes, that's for sure, for the flight time. So that is today's flight. We made it to San Antone, and then our next leg will be in a different aircraft, leaving from San Antone on our first leg on our way down to Mexico City, Mexico City, Mexico. I don't know why I keep thinking Mexico City, New Mexico. But, well, folks, I hope you come back and enjoy, or rewatch this and enjoy. Unfortunately, we have to end. Well, we don't have to end here. Let's go back and check this flight plan first. Let's not end on a black screen this time. I'll load in my flight plan, and we'll see where it kind of went wrong. Oh, that was relaunch. No, we're not restarting. Wrong button. Okay. No, we're not restarting. Wow, that was quick. There you are. That. Okay, load. I want capitals is selected. Okay. All right. Well, this isn't gonna work with me holding it. But anyway, that's the flight plan that we had. And I don't know why that stupid shelf won't get out of the way. Anyway, we had stuff in there that I thought I'd remove, but join me Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do our first leg to Mexico City. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.